What is going on, fellow traders? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. I'm your host, baby. It's the Wolf. Wow, today in small caps, we had some runners, ding, ding, ding. Some volatility, some money coming back into small caps. Summer trading possibly, I don't want to jinx it now, but summer trading could possibly, theoretically, exclusively be potentially over. So with that being said, we had some nice trades today. Let's just go ahead and roll right to executions. Rebecca, thank you so much. Now here, let's showcase OSN. You can see OSN is a metals and mineral steel company, 6.5 million shares outstanding. Today closing relatively strong with 24 million on the market cap. Now, real quick, I just want to point this out. This news, I just saw this. Stocks drop as the yield curve, the inverted yield curve, the worst since financial crisis. But gold is headed for 6-year highs. Now, if you don't think that's bought and paid for news, I don't know what is. Just to let you guys know that these news sources are for sale, right? Just a little shout out. Now let's go ahead and pop over to the Jumbotron. Now, right away, my first initial glance, right, because we look at these 3-year charts multiple times every single day, I see sideways trash. Look at this pop right here to 890 on 129. But, I mean, look at the volume on that. On that day, it only traded 3.2 million. Right, so 3.2 million. Today, we're trading 14.1. Now, relativity is what we want to know, and 316 times relative 10-day volume, and then also 489 times the 90-day relative volume. This thing's in play. Now, look at this thing. This thing just destroyed this volume profile. All this volume here, majority of it just defaced whatever we had, which is fine, but you know, this thing, look at the main consolidation down here below, right? Making this a bull chart in theory. 185 to 288 is that consolidation, right? In our opinion, this right here, Rebecca, enhance. Thank you so much. This is fair market value. This is where this stock needs to go. It needs to go back to its home on 271 and 81st Street, right here, home. Now, with that being said, let's pop over to executions. We crushed this one today. Here's a 5-minute chart. Real quick, look at this thing. Massive highs, and then let's always take a look at the retracement. We come down 31.5%, right? What are the odds of that retaking high a day, right? We keep track of those stats. And then let's just zoom in on executions. Now, we're getting in a little bit early here, just under $6, right? Why $6? Here's our levels. We have front side, higher time frame levels right here. Boom. Here's our levels all day. Front side, back side, all around. Those are our levels. We're going to respect those levels, especially if the price action is respecting those levels. And in theory, we'll get a little heads up early on in pre-market. So we have a scaling strategy here. Starter first ad. Didn't like the price action, so I take what's called an exhaustive cut, right? I let it push, and then I want to escape or stop out on the way down into seller exhaustion. It's a little bit of a more advanced strategy. I call it an exhaustive stop. Taking 75% of this position off, right? That leaves me 25% of this shitty average down here at $6. Now you're thinking, why am I keeping 25% of this average? Well, I already have these ads laid out, but what are the chances that this thing comes up to 640 and turns? Right, so I'm hedging. Basically, it's just a little bit of entity hedge. And then here we go. We're rolling into frontside ads. Now, these scales are all, this is a systematic scaling strategy. 8%, 12%, 22%, 46%, right? We run this scale all the time. The only thing that once we got this push here, I wasn't going to add on the front. I'm not going to lean in anymore. I want to see confirmation once I get to this point of the scale. And then with the SSR and the spread in pre-market, I just didn't get my fills. I wanted like a 741, and then I chased it a little bit down to like a 729, something like that right here. But I just couldn't get in before the flush. Shame on me. It is what it is. We're not just going to keep chasing, right? We'll give it one, maybe 2 shots up here, and that's it. That is it. And then we leaned in early on the front. We're sure as hell not gonna trim out early and try to catch targets here. We want to let this thing run its course. We take 60% of the current position, right, we would have taken about 30% of the true scale if we filled up top, which we did not. We took off 60% of the current position. We're looking for the rest down here at 504. We didn't get it. Now, a bunch of myself and the fellas in the room, we all have different ideas. We're bouncing around theses. We had a few things on watch today. And just what a beautiful day. Hopefully you guys stayed safe today. Feels good, doesn't it, to have volatility back in small caps? I mean, this is what we train so hard for, right? We're like athletes. Summer vacation. I mean, the big boys are going to Europe and they're taking their wife shopping in New York City. Man, but we're just in the office. We're just cutting up charts. And now it's time to shine. Now it's our time to shine. And here we are leaning in a little bit early, not really shining too much on this one, but this is another specific scaling strategy. Now I had 504 targets. As you can see, I took them. I had 504 targets for an additional 15%, right? We took 60 off. I want 15% here and down here. Also, timeout. Pre-market dirty prints, right? Dark and dirty on the FADF route. This is technical manipulation, fellas. When you see technical manipulation like this from the dark prints, draw some lines, right? Draw some lines. Try to see what you can come up with. Ding, ding, right here. And also, look, $5. Look, it's the touch and go line. This is not coincidence. 484, $5, just to let you guys know. So anyway, time back in. We're back in. Now we're leaning in aggressively early. Now I was even confident on this. This thing was selling off. Definitely we're not going to chase this on the way down. We're going to lean into strength. And even this was early. I told the guys in the room that there was a 30% chance that I was going to get these fills even off. That's how weak I thought this was. Was I wrong? We got filled and then some. So right, we're using our scaling strategy. 8, 12, 22, 46, right? We have a percentage on the scaling strategy. I made a trader error here on sizing. And if I'm going to make an error like that, at this point here, I had a 612 average. I'm going to hold off. And then I was watching the algo wash shares right here. Now this algo, we're really getting dialed in on this. If I could rewind the whole day, I would want to watch I wouldn't even want to watch the push. I would want to watch 10:03 to 10:34. Now, if anybody saw what I saw, I'm sure you guys did. If you guys caught this upper tier, man, these guys did some work on that SSR. They did it right here. Man, just if you have it, if you recorded it, watch it right here. And then bam, we're going to catch that monster flush, lights out, right? We halt to the downside and then we gap down open. Now, when that happens, I'm not going to take profit again early here. Now, I keep saying this. If I'm going to lean in on the front, I'm not just going to take profit because I can, right? Especially when we had this halt or when we're up here. I have 40 minutes to designate targets. Now, I had these targets out way earlier than that, but I'm just, for you newer guys, we put our targets out in front of the tape. Every single one of these buys right here in this area, these are all limit orders. This is passive liquidity. 85% of our liquidity today was passive, which is pretty good. But I tell the guys in the room all the time, we set targets out in front of the tape. We can always go back and adjust them, but we can never go back and fill that flush, right? If you know what I'm saying. Now, after I take off a good chunk at 501, 491, right, we're taking profit here, 490, 504 in this area right here. Now, remember, some of this liquidity was designated here. I didn't catch it right here at 504. I'm not going to change my plan just because we get a little push. We're ready for this, okay? Now, a lot of traders in the room or guys I know got shooken out by this. I'm not going to lie. I had some emotions too, but you don't see any abnormal executions, right? A trader who has his emotions under control has an edge over the general market consensus. Now, just try to keep these emotions in check, right? That's what we want to do. If you can't keep your emotions in check, trade smaller size. Go for a walk, throw a frisbee. Now here we are again. I'm taking a good amount of profit right here. Now, and I'm thin. I'm not too thin. I have about a quarter of the position left, something like that. But I do want to recycle. And this will be recycle number 3. And I kept the scaling sequence right here for you guys. That didn't hit. You don't see any chasing, right? We're not going to chase nothing. This is all systematic trading. And then here we're taking nice profit, right? From a 612 average, we're taking some at 403. And then again, right here in the 380s. And this last one right here, I took my final 364 target. I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. I took my final 364 plan target, and I divided that up into three. It was a 300 share target, so I went 100, 100, 100, and I just gave myself 3 chances to bottom take this bad boy, because I wanted to show the world that I can bottom take it. And I even told that guys in the room, that's what I did. So we got the 361 fill, baby. All right, that's OSN. Now let's switch over to NETE. NETE. This one right here. We got a nice little push. I'm not going to go over all of the numbers for every single trade, but you guys know the name, NETE. We're getting a nice push here off our lines. Now this is a scaling strategy. I remember I went, one second. I went 16 cent, 16%, 16%, 28%, 56%. That's how I scaled this right here. So once I got my average was pretty good. I delete my averages, or when I open up DAS, there doesn't sync them. So I don't have the correct average, but it was decent around 610, and then I took some nice profit. I took 50% of this scale off here, looking to recycle it back. I didn't add all of it back, right? I reduced my position size by 50%, and then I added 50% of this add back. So I'm adding a quarter back to this position, right? We went full size, half, 3/4. Should have just probably said it like that, right? Because I want to have that little bit extra firepower in case we push up again, but we did not. But real quick, look at this little push right here to 24. Now I had my ad was out at 25, and I just near missed it right here, 1 cent, and then it kind of flushes down against me, 20 cents. Now I didn't chase that. I waited, and luckily it came back and I caught it. But that's how we have to trade, I think. In my opinion, we want to use limit orders, and if we miss it, so be it. If it comes back and catches us, fantastic. And that means we're still trading our plan. And if we're trading our plan, baby, we're dangerous, right? A trader who is a systematic operator of his plan is a dangerous man, right? He has edge automatically against the general consensus of the market. That's my opinion. And that's just how we trade. We want to trade our plan. So here we are, just unwinding the position, right? Unwinding the position out at higher time frame levels. And then we catch up, we come back up, we get a little bit of push. Now you can see, no, this was not here, but I had some more ads out here. I deleted those, but I was looking to scale in, maybe all the way up to like in this area somewhere. I don't remember exactly, but I caught the starter, top ticked it, and then we just kind of flushed. I took some off here, or I don't remember if I changed my target or if I just didn't catch the spread right here, but we're starting to unwind the position. Now at this point on NETE at 1240, I did designate some more liquidity that I did take off, looking to recycle it back, hopefully to catch some more. I didn't get it, and then we just unwinded the position. We took some off. Man, I wonder why DAS does that. I got to zoom in. We took some off at 475, and then I got just that final little piece at 480. That was a beautiful trade. Beautiful, beautiful trade. We like this recycle right here. We like the scaling strategy. We like this trade. You like it too? Thank you. RKDA. Now RKDA, man, we've been watching RKDA. I've been spending more time with this algo than I have with any other human being. I mean, I've just been watching the tape on RKDA every single day since August 8th. I don't have a recycle strategy, and I don't have a backside ad strategy for this algo, because this algo can go $9 to $11.25 in like 78 seconds. And I don't know how to, I can catch top tick, I can catch my fills, but I just don't know how to recycle on it yet. And we haven't been trading that yet. I haven't had too much backside time with the RKDA. Most of the time we're fighting the front, building a position, and selling into those washes, baby. But we traded RKDA every single day since August 8th, and we have been green realized. Now, sometimes we had to carry averages up to the next day, and we were unrealized red. But we've been yoking profit out of this bad boy every single day, and today's no different. Today we're taking a 982 fill, and we're just unwinding that down to 770, and we have some on the core too that we're going to start unloading. If we get a gap down tomorrow, It's going to be a big payday for us, and we're looking forward to that. And hopefully you guys are trading this algo smart, sophisticated, and smooth, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? From that movie The Shooter. I know a lot of guys are like snipers and stuff like that on their trading strategies. That's how you got to be, baby. That's how you got to be. NVTR. NVTR, we were talking about this one in pre-market. Just kind of dumped off low volume in pre-market, just kind of selling off. But I did tell the guys in the room that I want this bad boy at $2. And we waited all day for it, and we got it. Now, it wasn't the right time to put starters on, maybe, but this thing did have a chance of failing at $2. There is significant resistance, in my opinion. It obviously didn't show, but we wanted to put a piece of our liquidity at $2, and then we had a plan 218, and also I wanted to see this thing go to 250. I trimmed off here from a 208, right? It's all about scaling, right? We have to scale correctly. We're not just hitting buttons and just adding. I want to know what my average is. If I get this fill here, I want to know what my average is. And I want to know what my average is in case I have to trim right here. And I want my average to be above 207. And it was above 207. And I took some off, and we wanted 250s. We didn't get 251 or 253, so I'm just sitting back and cruising. I'm just waiting. And at this point of the day, we're up huge. Today was a big day for wolf trading. It was a big day for some guys in the room. It was just a level up day. If you leveled up today, congratulations. A moment of silence for your endeavors. Man, you got to love this game. Trading is the best. It's my favorite thing to do. So here we are. We're just getting a nice Mondo flush. Look, 232 down to $2. That's 30 points. Or 30 cents on $2, right? That's 60 cents. You know, this thing's moving. We're taking 20%, 30% retracement right here. That's massive. We're going to take some profit. We caught this downside tick right here. And then again, we switched over to guns hot. I remember my targets were like 210 or 209 and then like 203. I remember I manually switched over to guns hot. Guns hot meaning I yoke the limit order and I go to manual meaning market, and I do what we do, right? And this is what we do. We bottom tick. We buy seller exhaustion, right? And we watch the tape over and over and over and over and over. Again, catching some exhaustion here. Over and over and over, we watch these tape readings. Again, catching exhaustion. Again, catching a partial fill. 195 partial fill. I still have a little bit of liquidity left. Looking to add some back. So I am swinging in a little bit of NVTR. Now, if this thing wants to get legs tomorrow, we'll just wrestle it all day tomorrow too. I think I have a good enough reading on this, just even though we only got to play this from like 1 o'clock on, 3 hours. I mean, we can defeat this machine. That's how we think, right? If I'm getting whipsawed around and I'm not catching fills how I want, I'm going to ease back on executions and size down. And then ultimately, if I'm getting my ass kicked, I'm just going to pull out of that trade. I'm going to get off the name and I'm going to go to something that I can handle. But we haven't seen anything in a while that we couldn't handle. Now, there's always room for improvements. Always room for improvements. But we just did well today. Let me see. We did OSN. Also on OSN real quick, I just want you guys to know this thing was highly manipulative, 7.5 during pre-market in the order flow toxicity. And then once we got this this massive push right here to a halt, it went, especially up here in tier 2, 8.5 out of 10 in the order flow toxicity. And what that means is, especially when you put that on top of an SSR, this is extremely difficult to get fluid, to get liquid in and out, right? You want to get in and out of a stock with ease, liquidity. We call it getting fluid, getting loose, getting liquid, whatever. This was difficult, but now the spread and the SSR, depending on what routes you have, if you have access to midpoint liquidity, but the spread and the SSR is a common variable. Majority of the traders have the same restrictions that you do. And then if that is the case, then the edge goes to the talented. So we welcome SSR. We welcome these algo spreads, right? Because we feel as though we are more talented than the competition, that therefore we have edge. That's just how I think. If you guys are thinking like that, give us a look over at Wolf Trading Discord, baby, because we want to talk to you. All right, guys, here's the runners for the day. We're going to go over this real quick. ARCI, look at this technical manipulation and sell-off. We like technical manipulation because we like to compete against the players it attracts. OSN, massive sell-off. Good thing gold is at all-time high, 6-year all-time highs, right? I'm just making fun of that news source. NETE, we went over that one. NVTR, right? We still have a couple shares on this one, a few hundred. We want to see if this thing wants to get legs and go into the 250s, really. 250's $3. We'll trade it there for sure. RKDA, now this thing's just massive fade. 1044, touch and go line on the DP. These lines, especially the green lines, are decision points on the higher time frame. We use a 3-year chart. 3-year chart volume profile. That's where we get our lines, baby. And they are coming in clean today. EDNT, nice little sell-off. I didn't catch this one. Some guys in the room did. Shout out to the guys. Some guys caught this push right here. And congratulations. I forget who it was exactly. But we had a trader here just learning to use the higher time frame levels. And he caught a nice target down here, 230, 220, 230. Congratulations. Let's continue to hit them books. KBSF, just look at this dump. No chance to get in right here, I guess. Don't know too much about this one. It's on watch because the potential strength and nice basing above this higher time frame level. And then SSNT. Do we have ARCI? ARCI was another one right here. Yeah, look at this sell-off, man. No chance to get in. I guess I heard some guys were pumping this, some chat rooms and stuff, but the amount of volume on this, the float was very small. This one will be on watch. Look at this, no opportunity to get in. What is that? I don't know if that's an opportunity or not. That might be a chase from $9 or something like that. But guys, that's it. Thanks a lot for your time. I hope you learned something. If you didn't learn something from this video, leave a comment because I want to learn something from you. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.